Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today you find me out on another walk, and today we're going to head up onto the downs to have a look for Edburton Castle. Not done this walk before, and it's going to be a circular route. We're going to sort of head up, walk around and then sort of come down over in that direction. I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to see anything up there because we've got some fog in the hills. I'm hoping that will burn off, but actually got an opportunity to get out where it's not raining and it's not blowing a gale. It's not even cold, to be honest, so hoping this will be a nice walk. First thing to note is this is access land. That does mean that you can go off the footpath, so that'd be good for when we get to the top. As you can see, it's pretty muddy underfoot. Going to be an interesting walk, this one. Okay, so that was not a great experience. As you can see, that is extremely muddy. Hadn't thought to bring a hazel stick with me. Managed to find one, not a very good one, but it kept me upright for moving forward. So it brings us out into this wonderful coombe here. Just the first sight of catkins on the trees. So spring is only just around the corner. We're going to head in that direction. That should take us onto the Bostel path. So we're heading up via this terraced pathway here. I actually did think I was heading up this one, and power of hindsight, that would have been a much better route to take. Looks a lot gentler. This would have been an old drove road, a way of bringing animals across the downs, hence it's sort of cut along the side of the hill to make it much more easy to herd the animals, and deeply rutted there. So obviously, if you've got animals, you want to keep them all together and they'd be forced to go down there. So, but we're on this route, and I guess it's a shortcut, so let's head on up. Great perspective of the old drove road. Right, we've switched over to the microphone due to the wind. We're just getting quite high up and we found the drove road here. Just wanted to show you some of the perspective up here, just how heavily managed this land is by humans. I don't think any of this is natural cuttings. This is human habitation, and probably habitation from thousands and thousands of years. So interesting perspective for me anyway. Right, we've reached the top, and hoping you can hear me because it is windy up here. Got the mic on and tried to hide it as best I can. So this is the South Downs Way, little extra path off in that direction, and this one intrigues me, to be honest. It might be another video to come back and have a look at this one. So showing you here, pathway goes through this picturesque coombe. So yeah, might come back, although say the power lines make it less attractive. But what we're going to do is we're going to head up towards the trees on the top there. I'd like to make a special thank you to my trusty bit of hazel, because without that bit of hazel I would have been over many times. Turn the mic on because there's just glorious birdsong here. I'm going to carry on in silence, see whether the mic will pick it up. These trees are magnificent, aren't they? Purposely planted. You can see they've all been planted in a row. Almost form a triangle. Not sure whether that is symbolic of something. One corner here, another corner there. Often on the downs these get planted in a circle, but here we've got a triangle. Interesting. And they're pine trees as well. So we switched over to the mic, hoping it's hidden enough that the wind won't get it. Being the South Downs, it's very hard to find a day when there's no wind, so yeah, we are quite high in elevation. I'll put the exact elevation of this up on the screen. So this would be what they'd classify as a fort. So we've got probably an old pathway going across that way, and then this would be the moat, and we've got an outer bank. This outer edge here would have a palisade of wood, and then this would be the inner part of it. I believe this mound here is the motte, and you can see a bit of the outer defence works there. Here we've got the centre of it, and yeah, basically the motte would have been here, outer defence is there, and then over on this side supposedly is where all of the support structure is for the castle. But got more than one mound here. Got one over there, and this one right here. Then we've got an entrance here, causeway, and moving out here it gets a lot sharper runoff. You can see what we're having to deal with weather-wise here, because I can't see the rest of Sussex. So this would have been the support village in this area. This was constructed in 1069, so this was just after the invasion of Britain. So 1066 being the invasion date, so 3 years afterwards, one of the first castles constructed here, and it was named in the Domesday Book, so we know it was here for the Domesday Book when William the Conqueror was documenting all of his conquered lands. Now the other history about this is apparently this has been robbed by grave robbers because they thought this was ancient burial mounds, and I would have to agree, to be honest. I think that this is an ancient hill fort that William the Conqueror came upon and went, this looks handy, let's build a fort here. Not sure whether you can see these birds flying around up here in the mist. Amazing. Yeah, this particular one here is I would call that a barrow, essentially. It's probably been reshaped, this causeway put on by William the Conqueror, but I would imagine that this mound was quite a significant barrow. The thought process is that all of this has been dug out digging for treasure. But what actual historians tell you is how barrows were constructed is that they would find a flat piece of land and they would lay the body on the land, and then they would start piling stones on top of the body. So if that's the case, this is not really the quickest way to get to the bottom of the burial mound. It would be much better to just go in at the side, and obviously from a, you know, you could dig out the whole side of that much easier than digging down. The other thought process that I thought is that these could be beacons. So the benefit of digging out this centre section is that you could stack timber on there and you could have a significant fire there, and we won't be able to see all of the other places around, but there's quite a few hill forts surrounding us, so this would have stood out like a sore thumb with a massive bonfire filling this centre section. So momentarily the clouds have lifted, and just over there in the distance we see Chanctonbury Ring, and over that direction we've got Devil's Dyke. See the earthworks made out, and if I can remember the name of it I'll put it on screen, or if I can find the name of it. That one over there is another hill fort. I'd like to go there at one point, but it doesn't seem very accessible, so we'll have to plan that one out. But like I said, whilst the clouds are lifted, panoramic views of the Weald looking north. So looking south, over there we've got Thunders Barrow, and we've got the Rampion Wind Farm just out at sea, and over there we've got the towering monstrosities of Brighton. So we're just going to head round the lower part of the hill fort, and this is called Edburton Castle because it's named after the village down below of Edburton, and it's supposed that this village has been named Edburton after Edburga, or Saint Edburga, who was the granddaughter of King Alfred the Great. And just looking down there, you can see the church dedicated to her. She became a saint supposedly because she converted the pagans of Sussex to Christianity. So I believe there is another path down that takes us along this ridge line here. We're going to head over to that, try and work our way down, and then along this road back to the car. As we come along here, we can see the castle looking back, and we've got some terracing here. So yeah, my hypothesis is that this was a pre-existing hill fort. I'm doubting William the Conqueror terraced all of this land, and the structure he built up there was a temporary structure. It was just a wooden timbered structure. If he planned to make that more permanent, then he would have made it from stone. But this particular castle sits on the borderline between the Rap of Lewis and then the Rap of Bramber in that direction. So it was quite a key point, and probably a statement to all of the Saxons down below that you've got the Normans looking over you, so be careful. So we've headed out over the field, and that has brought us to this pathway down here. Public footpath it says there, and got a better perspective of the Church of Edburton. We're just going to head down this terraced path back to the car. If you wanted to take an alternate route, there is this quite cute pathway here, sort of curls around this combe, heads off down there. In this woodland here is a spring, so we're on the spring line for the South Downs, and all the water, as you can probably see in the fields, that comes off the downs runs through and forms springs, and probably the reason for Edburton village being where it is having this spring head down there. It's on private land, so you can't actually get in to see it, and I believe it's used to do with this business down here. It's a salmon smokery, so I'm guessing they use that to do something. But yeah, we're gonna head past the cows. I'm guessing these are young lins. I'm not sure where their parents are. Don't even know whether it's a Mrs. Cow or a Mr. Cow. Hello. Thanks for letting me walk through. Obviously very well domesticated, these ones, because didn't even flinch with me walking past. And oh, you have a trusty stick there, because I'd have been over without that. Oh, here we go. There's the rest of the cow pack on the side of the hill. Probably where the best grass is there. And yeah, don't mind walking through cows, to be honest, but they can be, I can see why they can be intimidating, because as you get close to them, they're monstrous in size, and yeah, as a pack, that's a very good thing for them. Yeah, you definitely have to pick off the weak ones as a predator, because they're formidable as a pack of animals. So it's amazing, just coming down this far now, it's a completely different environment. The wind has all gone. Lovely day now. So that brings us out through this little wooded section. Extremely muddy, really muddy. Have to be really careful not to fall over, and if I didn't have my trusty stick with me, definitely would have been on the backside. The last bit now is just head across this field, and I believe that will take me to the little area which it calls Folking Escarpment, and then we'll head back down to the car just over there. Whilst I've got you, look how amazing this property is. So if you are coming to do this walk, I've left my trusty stick there for you, so thank me down in the comments, because you'll probably need it to get through this mud. I'm going to head back to the car and enjoy a Cadbury's cream eggs that season, and with Lent around the corner. Comment down below if you're doing anything for Lent. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, if I could ask you just to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Helps me to know whether you're actually enjoying my content, and also helps YouTube know and help share us across the platform. I've jokingly said this in the comments below, but seems like I've said a naughty word. Might be the word that sounds like fried and suddenly in one of my shorts, but it seems that YouTube have stopped sharing my content. So yeah, comment down below what you think, and thanks a lot for watching.